Be me, 19, female, sophomore at a mid-tier state university. Living in a town that smells perpetually of damp leaves and burnt coffee. Sharing a 2-bedroom apartment with a girl named Jessica. Jessica is the type of person who irons her socks and has a 5-year plan for her spice rack. I am the opposite. I have a hole in my soul shaped like a reckless decision. Let's talk about the addiction. It started innocently enough freshman year. Standing in line at the campus Chipotle. Guy behind me realizes he forgot his wallet. He's not hot, not charming, just frantic. Looks like he hasn't slept in 3 days and is vibrating on caffeine. Asks if I can spot him. Normal person response, "Sorry dude, I'm broke." My response, "Put whatever you want on my card." He looks at me like I'm insane. He orders double meat, guac, extra cheese, a large drink. Runs the bill up to like $22. I swipe my card. Watch the transaction go through. Feel the sudden electric jolt in my chest. It wasn't generosity. It was the submission. The feeling of letting a total stranger just strip resources from me without hesitation. He didn't even say thank you, just grabbed the bag and bolted. I sat there eating my plain rice bowl, feeling absolutely euphoric. Fast forward 6 months. It's not about burritos anymore. It's about the raw, unfiltered chaos of letting strangers dictate my reality. I crave it. The feeling of someone imposing their will on my schedule, my wallet, my space. I walk around downtown with this open, vacant look on my face, fishing for it, waiting for someone to cross the line so I can let them. It's a Friday night in October. Wind is howling, rain is coming down in sheets. I'm sitting on a bench outside a 7-Eleven soaking wet hoodie. Jessica is texting me. "Where are you? We're supposed to watch the Bachelor finale." I ignore it. Guy walks up. Looks like a rejected extra from a cyberpunk movie. Bleached hair, trench coat, holding a broken umbrella. Let's call him Zephyr because of course he looks like a zephyr. He stares at me. "I need your shoes," he says. No hello, no preamble, just a demand. My shoes are brand new Nike Dunks. Cost me 2 weeks of wages at the library. My heart starts hammering. This is it. The rush. The risk. I don't ask why. I don't ask if he's going to pay me back. I slowly untie the laces. Maintain eye contact. Pull them off. Hand them to him. I'm sitting in wet socks on cold concrete. He takes them. Looks at them. Nods. "You have good energy," he says. Then he puts them on his hands like puppets. And walks away into the night. I sit there for 20 minutes, shivering, legs covered in goosebumps, feeling completely and utterly owned by the moment. Walk home in my socks, cut my feet on gravel, get into the apartment shivering and blue. Jessica screams, "Oh my God, were you mugged?" "No," I say, voice trembling with what she thinks is shock but is actually a weird high. "I gave them away." Jessica stares at me. "You gave them away? To who?" "A guy who needed them for his hands." She looks at me like I just spoke ancient Sumerian. "Maya, that is insane. That is actual insanity." She makes me tea and lectures me about street smarts. I nod along, but inside I'm buzzing. I'm thinking about Zephyr out there with my shoes on his hands. Thinking about how I just let it happen. How I facilitated his madness. It escalates. I start actively looking for the most unreasonable people I can find. I join Facebook groups for radical borrowing. I hang out at the bus station at 2 a.m. I meet a woman named Brenda. Brenda is 50, wears 6 scarves, and smells like patchouli and cat litter. She asks if she can store some inventory in my apartment. I say yes immediately. No questions about what the inventory is. Jessica is away for the weekend visiting her parents. Brenda shows up with a shopping cart. It is full of mannequin heads. Just heads. Hundreds of them. Some are bald. Some have wigs. Some have glitter glued to their eyes. "They need to breathe," Brenda whispers. She starts arranging them in our living room, covering every surface. The coffee table. The TV stand. The top of the fridge. I help her. I let her direct me. Put Susan facing the window. She likes the light. Brenda commands. I place a plastic head on Jessica's pristine IKEA coaster. Yes, Brenda. We spend 6 hours turning the apartment into a mausoleum of plastic stairs. When she leaves, she takes my house key. In case they get lonely, she says. I give it to her. I literally hand a stranger the key to my home, because the risk of her coming back while I'm sleeping makes my stomach drop in a way I'm addicted to. Jessica comes home on Sunday night. I'm sitting on the couch surrounded by heads. She opens the door, drops her weekender bag. Silence. Absolute, heavy silence. Maya, she whispers. Why are there people looking at me? They're just heads, Jess. They need to breathe. Jessica has a meltdown. Full-blown panic attack. She starts sweeping heads into a garbage bag. I try to stop her. You can't. Brenda will be upset. Who the hell is Brenda? Jessica screams, chucking a glittery head into the trash. She has my key, I blurt out. Jessica freezes, slowly turns to look at me, eyes wide with horror. You gave a stranger a key to our apartment. She needed access, Jess. You don't understand the flow of energy. Jessica calls a locksmith immediately, calls her dad, threatens to move out. I have to pay $300 for the lock change. I feel terrible about the money, but also secretly I love that I caused this much chaos just by saying, yes. Things quiet down for a week. Jessica is watching me like a hawk. She tracks my location on Snapchat. She checks my bank statements. I let her because that's also a form of submission, letting her parent me. But the itch comes back. I'm at a Starbucks studying for a comms exam. Guy at the next table is talking loudly on his phone. He's wearing a suit that's too big for him, and sunglasses indoors. He hangs up and looks at me. Hey, you. I look up. Me? Yeah. You have a car? Yeah. I need you to drive me to Scranton. Right now. We are in Ohio. Scranton is not close. Why? I ask, purely out of habit. Don't ask questions. Just the mission. Raw driving. Wheels on pavement. Let's go. This is it. The ultimate unreasonable request. A road trip with a stranger to a random city. I close my laptop. Okay. Maya, no. A voice in my head. Jessica's voice. Screams. But I'm already packing my bag. We get in my car. It's a 2014 Honda Civic with a dent in the bumper. He gets in the passenger seat and immediately puts his feet on the dash. Muddy boots. Name's Kieran, he says. I'm Maya. Doesn't matter, he says. Drive. We drive for 6 hours. Kieran changes the radio station every 30 seconds. He eats sunflower seeds and spits the shells onto the floor mat. I watch the pile of shells grow. It's disgusting. It's disrespectful. I love it. I love that he treats my property like a garbage can. It validates my lack of boundaries. We get to Scranton at 2 a.m. He has me pull up to a warehouse district. Wait here, he says. Keep the engine running. He gets out, runs into a dark alley. I'm sitting there, heart pounding. Is he buying drugs? Is he meeting the mafia? Is he just taking a leak? 10 minutes pass. 20. My phone buzzes. It's Jessica. Hey, you weren't in your room. Did you go to the library? I stare at the text. How do I explain I'm in Pennsylvania with a sunflower seed enthusiast? I don't reply. Kieran comes sprinting back, carrying a large, rusty metal sign that says, "Keep off grass." He throws it in the back seat, tearing the upholstery, jumps in. Go, go, go. I floor it. We peel out of the industrial park. Did you steal that? I ask. I liberated it, he says, panting. It was oppressed by the lawn. We drive back in silence. He falls asleep with his mouth open, snoring like a chainsaw. I drive through the night, exhausted, running on fumes. Get back to Ohio at 8 a.m. Sun is coming up. I pull up to the dorms/apartments. This is it, I say. He wakes up, looks around. Cool. Give me $20 for breakfast. I open my wallet. Give him a 20. He takes it, grabs his sign, gets out, leaves the door open, doesn't look back. I sit in the driver's seat. Car smells like sweat and seeds. Back seat is ripped. Gas tank is empty. I missed my comms exam. I feel incredible. I walk into the apartment. Jessica is in the kitchen making a smoothie. She looks at me. I look like death. Dark circles, wrinkled clothes. "Where have you been?" she shrieks. "Scranton." "Scranton? Why?" Kieran needed a sign. Jessica puts the blender down. Slowly. "Who is Kieran?" "I don't know. Just a guy." Jessica sits down at the table, puts her head in her hands. "Maya, we need to talk." This is the intervention phase. She calls my mom. My mom is a sweet lady who thinks edgy, is staying up past 10 p.m. She drives down on Tuesday. They sit me down in the living room. Brenda's mannequin heads are gone, but the memory lingers. "We're worried about you," Mom says. "Jessica says you're letting people walk all over you." "I'm just being helpful," I lie. "Giving a stranger your house key isn't helpful, Maya. It's suicidal," Mom says. "Driving a man to Pennsylvania to steal a lawn sign is a felony," Jessica adds. "They make me promise to stop. They make me delete the Facebook groups. They make me install a tracking app called Family 360. I agree to everything, because agreeing is also submitting. I submit to their rules. It feeds the beast for a few days, but it's not raw enough. It's too safe. I need the danger. I need the unpredictability. 2 weeks later, I'm at the laundromat, watching my clothes spin. Guy walks in, tall, wearing a tuxedo t-shirt and pajama pants. He's carrying a bag of cement, actual quick-dry cement. He looks at the washing machines, looks at me. "Hey," he says, "I need to mix this." I look at the cement, look at the washing machine. "In the washer?" I ask. "Yeah, it's an art project. Industrial churning." Any sane person would say no. Any sane person would call the attendant. I feel the itch, the warmth spreading in my chest, the thrill of the impending disaster. "Use dryer number 4, I say. "It gets the hottest." He grins a wide, chaotic grin. "You get it," he says. He dumps the cement powder into the dryer, throws in a bottle of water, slams the door, hit start. The sound is horrific. Clunk, thud, grind, screech. Everyone in the laundromat freezes. The attendant comes running out of the back. "What the hell is that noise?" Tuxedo guy points at me. "She told me to do it." My heart stops, then restarts at double speed. He threw me under the bus. He framed me. I am being blamed for something insane. It's the ultimate finish moment. The consequences are landing directly on me. The attendant screams at me. "Are you crazy? You're paying for this." Tuxedo guy slips out the back door. I stand there, face burning, everyone staring. I'm sorry," I stammer. "I'll pay for it. Costs me $400. I have to call my dad for money." I lie and say I needed textbooks. I feel disgusting and amazing. I walk home past a construction site, wondering if I can find someone to yell at me. Meet a guy named Silas. Silas is sitting on a crate playing a harmonica badly. He stops when he sees me. "You look like you have empty space," he says. Cryptic. Weird. Perfect. "I have an apartment," I say. "Wrong," he says. "You have a canvas." Silas follows me home. I don't even text Jessica warning her. We walk in. Jessica is studying with her boyfriend, Brad. Brad is a business major who wears polo shirts tucked in. They look up. Silas looks like he hasn't showered since the Bush administration. "Who is this?" Brad asks. "This is Silas," I say. "He's a visionary." Silas walks over to the fridge, opens it, takes out a gallon of milk, drinks directly from the jug. Milk spills down his chin, onto his dirty shirt. Brad stands up. "Okay, what the hell?" Silas lowers the jug. "Milk is freedom," he burps. "Maya, get this guy out of here," Jessica says, voice tight. I look at Silas. I look at Jessica. He can stay, I say. He needs to recalibrate his chakras. In our kitchen? Jessica screams. Silas walks into the living room. He starts moving furniture, pushing the sofa against the door. Barricade style, he mutters. Keeps the bad vibes out. Brad tries to stop him. Dude, put the couch back. Silas looks at me. Tell the square to back off, Maya. This is for your protection. He's using me, weaponizing my compliance. Against my own friends. Brad, stop, I say. Let him work. Brad looks at me, with pure disgust. You are sick, Maya. Actually sick. Brad grabs his backpack and leaves. Jessica is crying in her room. Door locked. I spend the night helping Silas build a fort. Out of our dining chairs and blankets, we sit inside the fort, eating stale crackers. He tells me about how the government is controlled by pigeons. I listen to every word, nodding, validating his madness. Morning comes. Jessica comes out, suitcase in hand. I'm leaving, she says. I can't do this anymore. I'm staying at Brad's until you get help or get evicted. She leaves, slams the door. I am alone, with Silas, and the fort, and the empty milk jug. Freedom. No. Total entrapment. Silas looks at me. Good, he says. She was blocking the flow. Now, he says, we need to purify the space. How? I ask. Paint, he says. Black paint. Everywhere. Windows too. I hesitate. Just for a second. The lease. The deposit. My parents. But Silas is staring at me. Expectant. Commanding. Raw darkness, he whispers. Don't you want to disappear? God, I do. I really do. Okay, I say. We go to Home Depot. I spend the last of my savings on 5 gallons of matte black paint. We come back. We start painting. Walls, ceiling, trim, light switches. Silas paints over the thermostat. He paints over the fire alarm. Silence the sensors. He laughs. We paint the windows. The apartment becomes a cave. Smells like fumes and bad decisions. It's 3 p.m., but it looks like midnight inside. I'm dizzy from the paint fumes. Silas is shirtless now, covered in black paint, looking like a demon. Perfect, he says. Now the ritual begins. I didn't sign up for a ritual. I just wanted to be told what to do. What ritual? We burn the past, he says. He grabs my laptop, my school laptop, with all my papers. No, I say weakly. Yes, he commands. Attachment is pain. Give it to me. He holds out his hand, paint dripping from his fingers. This is the edge, the cliff. If I give him the laptop, I fail the semester. I lose everything. My brain is screaming run. My body is screaming obey. I pick up the laptop. Feels heavy, cold. I hand it to him. He smiles, takes it, smashes it onto the floor. Keys fly everywhere. Screen shatters. Beautiful, he whispers. I feel sick, physically ill, but also light, weightless. I have nothing left. Jessica is gone. Money is gone. Grades are gone. Apartment is a black box. Silas sits on the floor, amidst the broken plastic. Now, he says, food. I want lobster. I don't have any money left. I whisper. Find it. He snaps. His tone changes. It's not philosophical anymore. It's aggressive. Go out there and get me lobster. Steal it if you have to. He points to the door I can't see, because it's painted black. Fear starts to creep in. Real fear. Not the fun risk fear. The I am in danger fear. Silas, I can't steal lobster. He stands up, towers over me. You said you wanted to be free, Maya. Freedom is taking what you want. Go. He shoves me toward the door. I stumble, grab my keys, run out into the hallway. Bright fluorescent lights of the corridor blind me. I'm covered in black paint speckles. Smell like chemicals. Shaking. I run down the stairs, burst out onto the street. Fresh air hits me. I gasp. People are walking by. Students with backpacks. Normal people. Living normal lives. Not painting their windows black. For a homeless wizard. I collapse on the curb. Start sobbing. Phone buzzes in my pocket. It's my dad. Maya, Jessica called us. She sent pictures of the living room. What is going on? We're driving up. Be there in 2 hours. Panic. Pure, unadulterated panic. I can't let them see Silas. I can't let them see the cave. I have to fix this. But I can't fix it. I need someone to tell me how to fix it. I look around, desperate for a stranger to give me an order. Cop car rolls by slowly. Officer looks at me. I wave him down. Irrational compulsion. Maybe he can tell me what to do. He stops. Rolls down the window. You okay, miss? There's a man in my apartment. I blurt out. He made me paint it black. Cop frowns. Did he break in? No. I sob. I invited him. I bought the paint. I broke my own laptop. Cop looks confused. So, is he threatening you? He wants lobster. I wail. He's demanding lobster. Cop gets out of the car. Okay, let's go have a talk with this guy. We walk up to the apartment. Cop hand on his holster. I open the door. The smell of paint hits us like a wall. It's pitch black inside. Police! The cop shouts. Shines his flashlight. Silas is sitting in the middle of the floor, holding a lighter, trying to light a pile of Jessica's textbooks on fire. Step away from the books, cop yells. Silas looks up, blinded by the light. You're interrupting the cleansing, he screams. He throws the lighter at the cop. Misses. Cop tackles him. A wrestling match in the wet paint. They're sliding around. Furniture toppling. Silas screaming about government pigeons. I stand in the doorway, watching. Useless. Passive. Silas gets cuffed. Dragged out. Covered in black paint and dust. He looks at me as he passes. You failed the test, Maya. You clung to the system. He spits at my feet. Cop puts him in the back of the car. Comes back to me. Miss, you need to stay somewhere else tonight. The fumes in there are toxic. Literally. I have nowhere to go, I say. Jessica left. Call your parents, he says. Authoritative. Firm. I nod. Yes, sir. I sit on the curb again. Wait for my parents. 2 hours later, the minivan pulls up. Mom gets out. Takes one look at me. Paint in my hair. No shoes. Hollow eyes. She bursts into tears. Dad walks past her. Goes into the apartment building. Comes back out 30 seconds later. Face pale. Hands shaking. Maya, he says. Voice low. Scary. What did you do? I just wanted to be open to new experiences. I whisper. You destroyed the apartment, he says. The landlord is going to sue us. Do you understand? Sue us. I shrink. I'm sorry. They pack me into the van like a child. Drive me home. I sit in the back seat, staring out the window. We stop at a gas station. Dad goes in to pay. I see a trucker standing by the pumps. Big guy, beard, smoking a cigar. He catches my eye, winks, points to the trash can. Hey girlie, toss this for me. He holds out a greasy McDonald's bag. My hand twitches. The urge, the spark, the need to jump out of the van and serve, to be useful, to be used. I reach for the handle. Mom locks the doors from the front seat. Click. I slump back, defeated, safe, miserable. I watch the trucker throw his own bag away. He drives off. I close my eyes, imagining I'm in the truck with him, driving to nowhere, holding his cigar, letting him tell me exactly who to be. It's going to be a long recovery.